Hi everyone. So all of the chrysanthemum growers have been waiting patiently for me to finish up with filming on dahlias, and although I'm not finished with the dahlias yet, I can start showing you some of the mums. So let me start up here. We've got so truth be told, the plants, the mums went in at the end of May. They were stopped in order to be ready for the show. And then the groundhogs came and stopped them 2 or 3 weeks later for me, which means I was now off timing for the show. What I ended up doing is putting, I don't know if you can see this netting up just on these hoops to try and keep them out to let the plants regrow. And they have regrown. They've regrown and I'm getting blooms back now. Not in time for the show, unfortunately, but definitely for my viewing pleasure and for everyone who's coming through the plot to see everything. So we've got some that are still in bud, but I can show you the ones that are starting to bloom. So we've got Diva Glow. I've got quite a few of these blooms. It's my first year growing them out. It appears that they're going to be earlier, so this might be a good variety for the show. Maxine Charlton, stick growing through it, not taken care of very well. Beautiful shell pink color. I love this variety. It's also an earlier blooming in September, so you can get something nice before things start getting too yucky. Billy Bell. And here we have Music, which is just starting to fill out. So, sorry, get the leaves out of the way. It's just starting to fill out, so that center will fill out entirely when it's fully ready. Beautiful. Even the bud is beautiful. That's Music. And then I have a finger. Then I have more Diva Glow here. And then I have one of the Venices. So I have 3 Venices, 3 varieties. I have cherry, rose, and just plain Venice. So this one indicates, the label says this is just plain Venice. And then I have a bloom, here's it's a nice bud. And then I have a bloom here of cherry Venice, which I think is going to be a little bit of a darker pink. And then I have rose Venice, which I assume is going to be even lighter pink. But I don't know. I won't know until the blooms come out. So the Venice group. And then I have Ginger Nut, which is also quite an early bloomer. And I find it very heavily petaled. This one I'll definitely grow for show if we end up with the chrysanthemums in our show. But it's great just for the color. It's an orangey kind of yellowy color. It's an incurved. You can see how it all comes up. Incurved or intermediate. So incurved, I can't quite remember. I'll have to double check. So incurved, they all come up, but they're a little bit of a looser form. You can see it's maybe a little bit looser form for intermediate. But an incurve is very tight, like it's a very tight ball. So I'm not quite sure which classification this one falls under. I know Billy Bell, which I had shown you down here at this side. Billy Bell is considered an intermediate in form. So I'm thinking probably Diva Glow is an intermediate because it's kind of looser. And in fact, I have a feeling that Ginger Nut is also, but I will put in the comments below if that is incorrect. So Ginger Nut. And then I have some sprays that are going to be starting. This is Mary Brownbridge. It's a beautiful kind of creamy white color. Here's one that's a little bit more open. So these will have like multiple blooms per stem. Each bloom will be smaller, but you know, each bloom is still, it's not insignificant. So this will expand quite a bit yet to its full size. And then the only other one I have blooming here is Matlock down at the end. It's quite an early one as well. And you can see the gold and the red. So let me pull a petal out. You can see it's red on one side and gold on the other. I have another one here called Sam Oldham, which goes a little bit taller, I believe, and it has the same kind of coloring. And I think the blooms are a little bit bigger. Isn't that fantastic? Here's a younger bloom down in here, kind of covered and hidden from the sun, so it's quite intense in color. And that is Matlock. And this row were all my show varieties, which didn't end up getting the show, but so be it. And then I have all of my lates. Basically the rest of my stock is over here on this row. They're planted extremely closely together. And there's lates as well as earlies in here. The majority are lates though, so I'm never going to see bloom on them. The ones that I want to see blooms on, I have them at home and I have them under cover. What I will see probably are these sprays. So there are blooms on this, there are buds on the sprays. Ooh, probably one of the Talbot parades. No, not Talbot parade. Sorry. Oh yeah, yep, cream Talbot parade. Are these single sprays in here. Beautiful. My Karen Taylor is just starting, and it's got that same coloring as the one I was showing you, the Matlock with the gold on the back and the red, except it's a spray form, so you get multiple blooms like this per stem, sorry. What else do I have here? Southway Strontium is starting. Here, and a little single, and then I think I have some Salmon Talbot Parade, which is starting up here. I'm so remiss with these. Look at all the weeds growing in them. I feel so sorry for them. I've just had no time to really manage them this year. So Salmon Talbot is starting as well. You can see here. And here's one that's a little further along, but it'll get much more full. And it's starting to get some height on it, so that's nice. So yeah, that's where my mums are right now, and I hope that later in the season, oh wait, I have one more I can show you. Over here. Problem is, I've forgotten its name. So terrible. It's a reflex form. It's one of the show forms, or one of the show varieties. Beautiful purple color, and you know, I'll feature this one in a later video so that we can get an actual name for it. Yeah, that's started quite early as well. So there you go. That's it for the chrysanthemums. Take care, everyone.